Hello and good evening. My name is John. We are here playing The Dark Stone of Mebara as part of my Steam cleaning series. So we're going through every game in my Steam library. Eventually, then arbitrarily rate and or review them after we had a playtime. I don't quite know what the game is, but the game is randomly released in February 2015 by Jersey Games and Kiss Limited. Currently sitting at mixed reviews on Steam. New game. Private Detective Aloysius Monroe, age 32, receives a small logbook from his inside of his vest. He sits at his desk with a pen and begins to write. May 22nd, 1924, case of Marilyn Davis, alleged theft, one watch, silver, determined to be fraud, turned over to police for criminal charges. Monroe lets out a long breath and tucks away his notebook. 1 p.m., time for a break, he decides, rising towards the door. Some tea down the street. Be good. Your gun. Going to get some tea, better bring my gun. Oh yeah, I can run. Doesn't look like Weppy's in. Take his gun. Line for today. One apple. I stole your friend's apple? Eva Nunn, the agency secretary, does not look up from her writing as Monroe. I don't like that they put the character's face on the narrative statements. It should be something else. Boss Pelton off having not much of a rush. All right. We are very stiff. Hello, Titus, something you need? Any messages? Nothing since you last your message. Ava replies, so forgetful. Webley, he was investigating the Richards kidnapping her, so he said, bolting through the door. That was some time ago. Eva looks at the floor briefly, then returns to her work. Was that the staircase sound effect for going out the door? Sundries, provisions, library. Books. Where's the shop? I always comment on this, but it's frustrating. Close today. It's frustrating when the protagonist doesn't know where they're going. Why? What's the day? Apple, bread, whiskey, smelling sauce, laundrum. Wait, did I buy that? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, it's cafe on the left there. Digiba Cafe. Hello, Z's over here. Webley waves from his seat. Oh. Webley, I thought you were out. I have been. Get yourself a drink and we'll talk. Stop, I'll get a drink. Turkish blend. Have a seat, won't you? Sit down. I won't. How goes the Richardson case? Any visible evidence Professor sighs deeply. The longer I look into it, the more it looks like the parents. A dark situation to be certain. Webley takes a long sip of his coffee. Have you spoken to Arthur? Speaking of topics worth avoiding. He's asked me if I'm in the mood to He asked me if I'm in the mood to procrastinate. We'd pal along with you uptown to the law office of Norton Von Uth. We've been sued, Monroe asked without surprise. Not this time, it seems. It's just that poor Norton was apparently murdered, and his widow is unsatisfied with the work of the little Berlin. Surely sheep loves having his toes danced on. Well, let's have our tea and be off to it. Uptown Berlin, little part of this burg, is diversified by wooden row houses, many which still houses the original business town founding. Just across the way, Monroe spots a woman who could only be the widow Lorraine Von Uther. Mr. Van Uther regards Mrs. Van Uther regards both men steadily. Gentlemen, I presume you're with the Pelton Agency? Yes, ma'am. I'm Investigator Monroe, and this is my associate, Professor Whipley. We are sure to way then. Into the office. Not regard the man standing in the doorway, the rowdy sounding speaking next door. Oh, let's see here. This is not what that house looks like from the outside. Monroe, thank you very much for your time. As Pendleton no doubt informed you, my husband Norton was murdered. Taken from us just 2 weeks past. My condolences for your loss. Brendan bows her head slightly. Thank you. She continues. The police sent Detective Gardner. He was thorough enough, but he paid little regard to his husband's eccentricities, and in my plan rather hastily concluded the culprit was a former client of my husband's. My husband was a defense attorney, you see, a criminal advocate. He's a officers once helped many people, many stenographs taking direction, fiction, and the like. Now my Norton is gone, and I'm afraid I do not believe it was my Mr. I need out the detective's assessments. Oh, she sighs and looks away from the moment. Back to Monroe. Difficult to pin down. The police are not certain my husband was slain. The wounds suggest they took their time. Detective Gardner said with less tact than I cared for. Men took a sweet old time with him. Nothing was stolen either. My late husband kept a private safe in his office, which was tampered with but not open. It's rather strange. The police thought nothing. My associate with him. He has gone to my late husband's office. There, Gardner read it but did not believe. Her voice throws off slightly and she begins to whine. This is a ridiculous house. There's no bathroom. There's no kitchen. It's just books. There's no stairs anywhere. This is the entire house. If it's safe in here, I haven't looked for it yet. Then what have you been doing? Reading. My There's a tremendous law library. This drawer is meant to feel fake, but Monroe thumbs on the edge of the drawer, then turns attention to the empty ground. Monroe touches at the tape of the slot and triggers mechanism might be linked to the false drawer. Mebly, there's something to do with this bookshelf. No shortage of books in this office. Might have key to the correct volume somehow. 5 shelves of 5 mechanisms. I shall keep. Okay, so I can't just ask the wife. Oh, I can't leave. Okay. Case law English Latin doesn't look anything on there. What? Oh, I'm nowhere near it. The journal, recent May 13, 1924. I no longer know how long I've been awake. It's out there. Is in every glass pained reflection. It's been the very first time I bore witness to bring blasphemous. Sounds terrifying. Surely the man has lost his sense. But Luther did not mention his eccentricities. He continues, I have finally learned the terrible origin of I do not copy its name. Worship grounds these horrors. I fear its end to man itself. I wouldn't. Probably some clue to his killer identity, a name or a location we can use here. Untangle knots. Have the patience. It's grown tiresome enough. Monroe, I think I made something external. Steady yourself. It's a yarn. I believe I'm prepared for the worst. Did not make it out, but Mr. Banner either came to this multi-fractured gem with the heart the color of black licorice last year. I suspect it was passed to him by a client. Information not recorded. Shortly after, Norton fell prey to terrible paranoia. Hallucinations. He describes a great fever. Number of horrors he claimed were constant. Awake. Seeking a rationalization, he bought stone to the geologist. Mana Updike. Hold of accident, Mr. Van Luther brought the stone into contact with the radio. Mr. 54, the brief contact gave him sight of what he regarded as flying out of his mouth. Just beyond the window, fearing the obvious reaction such a tale would guard him, Mr. Van Luther quietly contacted a friend of Ronald Miskatonic University, Arkham, Massachusetts. Miskatonic University, premier study of superstition. He said, sorry, continue. Luther's his throat. His friend, Professor August Shawdar, provided Van Luther with 5 tomes from the Miskatonic libraries, the Ognot Table, Assessment of Ever, the Star Liberum, Leaves of Jaffa, and the Titanian accounts. I recognize the Libra in this full text. What on earth could be purpose of writing this book? With demonology and riddles. A long intro. Van Luther finally not only confused books he discovered, having secreted away the tools that brush beneath the shelf, and that these 5 volumes are covering. Other books are the key. I shall have a look around the office for. Check every bookshelf. I only got 4. Oh my god. I have 4. I need to find one more. How am I supposed to remember which ones there are? Estimate. Counts. Star tables. Estimate, accounts, star tables. What? Counts. I don't know how I solved that. And what are the answers to Doom Venom squeaking away? Monroe reaches the drawer, multipass the liquid gem. Strange. Certainly is. Is it opal, obsidian? Does it feel smooth? Monroe worldly past the gemstone of the eagle's hands. This third object in the drawer. Small square wood board with 2 knobs mounted upon it. Small links wire connects the knobs to a kind of coil wrapped in wood. Operates tuner radio setting. Then the coil, where's he down to mesh through under external? Did he really mean to do something with that stone? He does not reply at first, fixing entirely on the black fragment. Finally looks up this sort of creative activity to follow the wild imagination of his journal. Well, shall we test it? A rogue screen across the road. Science, yes, not here. Pack these objects for the study. I think they, along with the journal, will make fascinating reading. But he placed his hand across his jaw. We should probably know the wounds. Yes, he will have a look. They look then to the office and quite curious properties. And Weber was swinging across the shelves. I'm taking this one book too. Guard labor. Hey Moreau, you the doctor keeps his meds in his pocket. Looking down here. Sure. 2 minutes, okay, Doc. Moreau flashes a smile, shakes his hands. Oh, top. All right, Moreau, make it quick. Look at the coat. Garden wasn't joking. Mora produced a set of tweezers, pulling the man's best part. These snatches are enormous. They don't quite go through. After a moment, this was close rather quickly. You didn't want to know, Beverly paused entirely. Shall we head back? Yes, Mora. Floating back. I want to see what this own device is that Norton cooked up. We'll take it over where Gardner quit. I have to say at this point, if you're going to use RPG Maker to make your RPG, and you're going to make a visual novel in that, I know this probably opens up to have combat and stuff in it, like there's stats and equipment and health and hit points. It's a very long intro. I would like to have some sort of taste of what the game is going to offer for a while. What you're getting into. Right now it is a light Arkham Cthulhu mythos style story, but it's just so much to process. Oh, that's pretty funny. I love how they just put the sprite right on top. Creature staying on Miss Nunn's body is difficult to encounter. 6 benders spring from otherworldly thorax, much like a garden insect that they bend in hard angular ways and stick to the ground with suckling noises. Brown leathery wings does not appear to work. Back hang down, dragging along the top floor. I love it. Head of which release for the men of pretend ancient. Pulpy texture bulb just sits on the center Thor. Set along. Tell their darkest city and there's no lenses. There's no nowhere that allows the dark. What is? Shoot it, Moreau. Shoot the damn thing. We're gonna combat. All right, we're gonna get a combat. Just, I love the slapdash. Like the angles don't match and all that. Full attack. Why did I jump up to shoot it? He killed himself. I mean, it has to be a forced defeat, right? It's not a... You can't... All three of my party members were one shot. I did not know I was supposed to save. And now he lost all that progress of going through all that dialogue to get started. You can't do this. Can't. Cheers.